The confrontation here between Karppinen of Finland and Kolbe of West Germany could well go down in the annals by comparison with the meetings of Mary Lou Retton and Ekaterina Szabo in the gymnastics, Mary Decker and Zola Budd on the track. The West German is in lane 4, and in lane 1, the Finn Pertti Karppinen. This is going to be a fascinating race. It'll be a tactical battle because in the singles there's time for that, and they need to think a little bit about where their opponents are. Already you've seen Karppinen in the shore lane, lane 1, looking over his shoulder to see where his opponents are, and the man he'll be looking for is Peter Michael Kolbe, 31 years old last Thursday. Two enormous men, the Finn, 6 feet 7 and 16.5 stone, the West German 6'4" and 13 stone 10. But at the moment, that is Argentina, Ricardo Ibarra, the 34-year-old, setting the early pace. But Karppinen and Kolbe are masters at pacing this race. It's impossible to make any predictions based on the earlier races here at Lake Casitas because they were such tactical efforts that it would be foolish to assume too much from those. That's Kolbe. Lives in Oslo with his Norwegian sports journalist wife, who's also a speed skater, ball bearing salesman. Marked contrast in personalities between the German and the Finn. Karppinen, intense, dedicated, slightly aloof, hasn't shown up so far for any of the press conferences after the heats. But Kolbe is entirely different, relaxed, affable, speaks good English, and he's often seen around the press tents talking to anyone who wants to listen. There's Karppinen. Won his heat and his semi-final, and those have been the two fastest times on Lake Casitas in the single sculls this week. Since the last Olympics, he's been in double sculls with his brother, so that's left the field clear for Kolbe to be picking up the world titles. But now it's a real gladiatorial combat between two men who have dominated single sculling in the world for the last decade. Karppinen constantly looking over his shoulder for Kolbe. Kolbe frequently checking for Karppinen's position. Might just be a possibility for someone to surprise them both, and in that case it would either be Ibarra or the American in lane 6 nearest to the camera, John Biglow. But at the moment, the race is settling down as expected. West Germany, Peter Michael Kolbe in the lead. Half a length down, Pertti Karppinen from Finland. Karppinen, who builds up his stamina with cross-country skiing. Kolbe now easing off just a little bit into the cruising rate in the middle stages of the race. In the semi-finals, Karppinen was cruising with a striking rate below 30, but today it probably won't drop much below 35 over the whole course. Coming up to the halfway stage in 3 minutes 28, and that's fast. Kolbe's best time over the first 1,000 meters here has been 3 minutes 32, and Karppinen's 3:34. But they'll both have something in reserve. May just be that Karppinen, such a strong man, will have the most to offer when it comes to the last crucial strokes. But at the moment, Kolbe is holding Karppinen off. Kolbe by half a length on the right of that picture. On the far side is Karppinen. Canada at the moment, Bob Mills in third place, the lightest sculler in the race at 12 stone 8. Won his heat. But it's still Kolbe and then Karppinen, and constantly they look to see where the other is. 750 meters to go. Fine shot of the total commitment, every muscle in the body contributing. compressing the spring, and then the legs open out the angle between the thighs and the trunk. Kolbe continues to set the pace. In the two previous head-to-head battles between the German and the Finn, they both ended in Karpinen's favour. He won by a length in the final of the Montreal Olympics, and he won by 3 lengths in the World Championship final in Yugoslavia in 1979. But it's still Kolbe, half a length over Karpinen of Finland. Now the battle will really be joined. 500 meters to go, and from here Karpinen will put his foot on the accelerator. Now you can see how tight it's getting. Karpinen took the trouble to come to Lake Casitas for the pre-Olympic regatta last September, finished second in the double sculls, but gained important experience of the conditions here. The little breeze today, the mist is lifting and the sun coming through. And Karpinen now still has it all to do. West Germany, Peter Michael Kolbe, a man who's so often had to play second fiddle to Karpinen, has the lead and has held it for most of the race. But Karpinen is looking over his shoulder at Kolbe. Kolbe looks back at Karpinen. They've got about 175 meters to go, 250 meters to go. Kolbe from Karpinen. And Karpinen reaching into the reserves of his stamina, looking over his shoulder. He's a man who can time a race to perfection, but maybe Kolbe has prepared for him, or maybe not. Karpinen now is stepping it up, and this will be a distressing sight for Kolbe. His heart must sink here. Can he respond? Can he hold the Finn? Or will this huge Finn, 16.5 stone and 6 feet 7, this is going to be one of the great Olympic finals. Finland by inches from West Germany. Karpinen from Kolbe. The crowd in the stands on their feet. It looks as though Karpinen has judged it once again, and Kolbe is going to have to give him second best in the end by a length. But what a marvellous race.
Yes, a really great finish there, with the gold medal going to Pertti Karpinen of Finland, the silver to Peter Michael Kolbe, and the bronze medal there to Robert Mills of Canada.